back like the seats of an 86 Delta 88 coupe on D's and Bones, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Going live in a minute, Blizzard King. This is Winter Dinner Spurling Podcast. You are rocking with the realest black men represented. Ain't no lies, cause we winning. Catching flies, ain't no feelings. Uncle D, we the villain, baby. We just left the village, baby. Now we in them villas, baby. Dinner Spurling Podcast. Tuning in, we get it, baby. You can hate the player, hate the game. We love all you haters. Hate watch, hate watch. Calling lovely ladies. Hands on your knees, bitch. You can thank us later. We snatching the crowns off of queens. We obliterate them. Tell the truth, shame the devil. They trying to eliminate us. You begging the sipping haters. Peeling layers off potatoes. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Tennis Spurling Podcast. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Tennis Spurling Podcast. Whoa.
We have to clean up what's going on in our house before we do anything else.
From all black people, my life would have been way better, like way better. If I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up or from my church and lived in the suburbs and finished college, yeah, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life without any drama at all, without any abuse at all. Like, I could have just found a nice person and married them, and they wouldn't have been black, and my life would have been awesome. I wouldn't have been in the hospitals. I wouldn't have been in the jails or the prisons. I wouldn't have gotten attacked. And 100% of the people who attacked me were black. 100% of them were black. 100% of the people that I've had to fight were black. 100% of the people that watch that show that are already, with just being on social media again, are. And you know, what's interesting about this whole thing, right, is had I not been so empathetic to the black situation, and had I not really just known about the history and read so many books in college. I read Elaine Brown's book, she's a Black Panther. I read a lot of the Black Panthers books in college, and I was super upset about what was happening. And I did not have a black family. I had maybe like a handful of people who were black in my family. Everybody else was not black.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. You all hit the number one button as you come in. Make sure you hit the number one button. Make sure you check in. This is Dennis Spurling. It's always good to be here. Brothers. We got some folks in the chat room. Hit the number one button. Let me know you can hear me clearly. So anyway, this young lady, her name is Monica Danger Leon. Monica Leon. And she's also known as Danger, and she first gained fame as a reality star on For the Love of Ray J. She's born in 1986, and she took a 9-year hiatus from the spotlight, focusing on raising her children and being a stay-at-home mom, allegedly, during the pandemic. And after getting married and having another child, Miss Leon returns to the public eye through social media and interviews, attempting to revive her past fame. She's 37. Somebody type 37 in the chat room. Somebody type damn near 40 in the chat room. Somebody type post wall in the chat room. Okay, now her there's been a recent resurgence, or should I say her recent resurgence has been marred in controversy as a video surfaced showing Miss Leon making racist statements attacking black people, all black people. Somebody type all black people in the chat room, all of y'all. Okay, somebody type all of y'all black people and referring to us as animals. These remarks are disturbing and a complete contradiction to her previous claims of love and support for the black community. In the video, Monica blames black people for her personal failures, highlighting a familiar pattern. Opportunists who seek to use the black community for their own gain. And when things don't go their way, they lash out with dehumanizing language. In 2023, an interview that she did with Storm Monroe, Miss Leon reflected on her difficulties in the reality TV industry and her troubled relationship with the black community. While she expressed regret over her choices, she continued to cast blame on the same black community she once tried to exploit. Somebody type exploit with a T in the chat room. And her ongoing narrative of victimhood conveniently ignores the fact that her downfall was due to her own poor decisions, not the actions of the black community. We did not ask for you. You bum rushed the black community, ma'am. You bum rushed the black community. You brought yourself in here and you got what you deserve. Now, rather than take responsibility, she is externalizes these failures and presenting herself as a victim of the very people she taught to leverage for personal gain. Somebody type personal gain in the chat room. Miss Monica's story serves as a cautionary tale about those who exploit black culture for their own benefit. She didn't seek authentic relationships or meaningful connections within the black community, no. Instead, she pursued fame through superficial associations with black men, turning against the community when things didn't unfold as she planned. This behavior is not just opportunistic, it is dangerous. Matter of fact, she calls herself Danger, and she is dangerous, and her recent racist remarks only emphasize the need for us to address these types of attacks head on in order to protect our community's reputation as black people, brothers, sisters, and I see y'all up in here. Shout out to Rashard Smith. Shout out to all my brothers in the Wrench Mob. Shout out to everybody who came to the Black Manosphere 4.0 yesterday in Houston, Texas, where I was a keynote speaker. Shout out to all y'all. As black people, we must be vigilant in defending our image and our reputation, because opportunists like Monica Leon, aka Danger, will take from our culture, our creativity, and our people when it serves them. They're going to take what they can. And then they will just as quickly turn on us when their plans fall apart. Our reputation isn't just about perception. It dictates how others, particularly in the matters of wealth, power, and influence, will engage with us. And how we're viewed directly affects economic opportunities, political power, and societal influence. And, if we allow individuals like Miss Monica Danger Leon to spread harmful stereotypes or make us scapegoats for their own failures, we risk jeopardizing our progress as a community. Our reputation as a people is critical to how we are treated in every aspect of life, from business dealings to political representation. And if our image is tarnished by those who manipulate and exploit us, or try to, it weakens our standing and our ability to wield influence in matters of power, money, and wealth. And that is why it is essential that we, Uncle D, me, the Blizzard King, attack, or address these attacks on our character, on our collective character. And we must ensure that those who fail in their attempts to exploit our community are held accountable for their harmful words and actions. So today, somebody type today in the chat room. Somebody type today. Somebody type praise Moses today in the chat room. Monica now, who's running the YouTube and has a show called A Dangerous Life, where she discusses all these sort of topics. And irrespective of her charitable works, since 2005. Her recent racist remarks directed towards Black people are a dark shadow over her supposed commitment to helping others. Her behavior is a reminder of the deeper issues we face as a community when individuals like her seek to benefit from the Black culture without truly respecting the people and the communities they claim to engage. And, so let Monica's actions be a reminder of why we must always protect our reputation, our dignity, and our future from those who see us as mere stepping stones. Somebody type stepping stones for their own selfish ambitions. Now, what I've done is I've done some recon. Somebody type recon in the chat room. And shout out to everybody who's going to contribute to the Super Chat, Cash App, and the PayPal. I'm feeling myself, so I feel a good roasting coming up in here. But the first thing I want to do is I want to let you all see this footage. Okay, I went over to this young woman's YouTube page, and I wanted to hear it for myself. Now, this woman describes herself as multiracial. I don't know what her ethnicity is, and I just don't know. But this is her, and you might know her from somebody type danger in the chat room. And if you can hear when she begins to speak, I want you to make sure that you type hit the number 1 button up in here so we can go ahead and get this cracking. Let me know if you can hear this. Did you hear what she said? Let me know. I want to make sure you can hear. Are you able to hear this? If you can hear it, hit the number 1 button. Can you all hear it? If you can hear it, let me know. If you can't hear it, let me know. Okay, you can't hear it. Let's get this sound queued up because this is very important that you hear this hot mess of a rant that this young woman has thought was a good idea to put out there for the world to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it called. Let me see. Okay. All right, we're going to try it now. Let me know if you can hear it. Let me know. If you can hear it, hit the number 1 button. You can hear it, hit the number 1 button. You guys are telling me you can't hear this. And some of you guys are saying you can't hear it, and some of you saying you can. But we're going to make sure we get this together. Let me go ahead and try it again like this. Let's try this again. Hold on. Get this thing together. All right. Let me know if you can hear it now.
Yeah, it's super interesting being back on social media now at 37 years old. And like just seeing
Is it
like
clear? If you can hear it,
the
hit the number
questions
1
people are
button.
asking me in the comments and stuff.
All right.
And I like to be honest. I really like to be honest because I feel like if people are honest, it's just good for everyone. So I really am just going to be honest.
Select arm system type. Arm stay.
If I had chosen a different path, in life, a different path.
Fair use.
And I just completely stayed away from all Black people, my life would have been way better.
Now, did you all hear that? She said, if I completely stayed away from all Black people. So she's not just talking about the Black people that she decided to deal with. She's not just talking about the Pookie and Ray J, degenerate types that she decided. She's talking about all Black people. She, from Betty Shabazz to Earl Nim, from Malcolm X, Martin Luther King to to Pookie and Ray now. You hear what I'm saying? She just threw all Black people in there. So this is why we have to deal with this. Somebody type deal with it in the chat room.
Like way better. I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up or from my church and lived in the suburbs and finished college, yeah, I'd probably be a doctor.
If you had just married a white boy from the suburbs in your neighborhood, in your church, you probably would be in a blue barrel by now. You want to be a divester. So now you telling me, somebody typed divester in the chat room. Now she's saying she wish she had become a divester, okay? Now you have a whole tattoo on the side of your face and your neck. And what white lawyer or doctor wants to be with you, ma'am? Right? You found people of another ethnicity on your level. I don't even know what this woman is. She says she's multiracial. I don't know what she is, but she clearly has categorized herself as non-black. And so because of that, you are an outsider. Somebody type outsider in the chat room.
Or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life.
No, you would have
without
been
any drama at all.
You would have been in danger, and you would have brought hell to that man's life. That's what you would have done. The same thing, you'd have destroyed his life, irrespective of his color, no matter what you say, because this is who you are on the inside.
Without any abuse at all. Like I could have just found a nice person.
You didn't want a nice person,
and married them, and
no. You didn't want a nice person. You wanted what you got. You attracted just what you wanted. You got exactly what you wanted. You didn't want a nice guy. Somebody type nice guy in the chat room. You looked past those nice guys and went straight for that dangerous lifestyle.
Wouldn't have been black.
Wouldn't
my
have been
life
black.
would have been awesome.
If he wouldn't have been, you hear this? This is what I'm saying. She said Zaddy, as if Zaddy ain't chopping folk up and throwing them in the ocean out there. As if Zaddy ain't putting these lovely ladies in blue barrels. Somebody type blue barrel in the chat room. So this woman wants to be some type of divester. Okay, let's keep listening.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Blue barrel.
I wouldn't have been in the hospitals. I wouldn't have been in the jails or the prisons.
You in the
I wouldn't
jail.
have gotten attacked. And 100%
What
of the
did you
people
do? You wouldn't have been in the hospital. You wouldn't have been in the jail. You wouldn't have been in the prison. You wouldn't have been attacked. It sounds to me, ma'am, it sounds to me that this is the type of energy you put out there. These are the type of people you choose to be around. You use your 2 feet to walk in the vicinity with the type of people that cause for you to go to jail, to go to prison, to go to the hospital, and to attack you. And yet you want to blame all black people. I didn't have anything to do with that. Neither did my family or my friends. You chose that lifestyle.
attacked me were black. 100% of them were black.
Did you attack them? You said 100% of the black people who attacked you, 100% of the people who attacked you were black. Did you choose to be around those people? Did you choose to be around them? I mean, I'm just asking. Let's keep listening.
100% of the people that I've had to fight were black.
You had to fight them?
100% of the people that watch that show that are already with just being on social media.
100%. She's referring to the show with Ray J from back in the day. And I believe it was called Love Ray J. You wanted to be on the show. You didn't have to go on the show, ma'am. You wanted to be a model and an actress.
Again, are saying fucked up shit. And you know, what's interesting about this whole thing, right, is had I not been so empathetic to...
Here's the part that kills me. I want y'all to listen to. Has she not been so empathetic? I want you to listen. She's saying she felt sorry for you black people. Somebody type black people in the chat. This, I don't know what this lady is. This lady says she felt sorry for you black people when she was in college because she read all your literature. Okay, she read all the literature about black people. Black experience be damned. Did we ask you to feel sorry for us? Did we ever invite you into the community? Or did you just figure, you was going to come on over to the community because you had an ulterior motive? Let's keep listening.
The black situation and how...
The black situation. Somebody typed the black situation in the chat. She read some books about the black situation, and she decided to come on over here with her fair skin and help us out. Praise God.
I not really just known about the history and read so many books in college. I read Elaine Brown's book. She's
read
Black
all of
Panther.
Oh,
I read a lot of the Black Panthers books in
the
college.
Black Panther.
And I was super upset about what was happening. And I did not have a Black family.
Oh, okay.
I had maybe like a handful of people who were Black in my family.
Okay, so she read some books by some Black Panthers, and she felt sorry about the Black situation, and she wished she never knew about the Black situation. Okay, and then she wouldn't have, been, she wouldn't have had this messed up life that she's having.
Everybody else is not Black.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. As she lights one up, maybe you have bad habits. Let's just start there. Come on, let's keep going. Hit the number 1 button.
And yeah, they treated me bad, but not as bad as the Black family members treated me.
So let me get this straight. Your other family members treated you bad, but not as bad as your Black family members. Maybe it's you. Maybe you just got a tad bit too much racism in you. Maybe you have a tad bit too much supremacy and bigotry in you, and you thought you were better than them, and they sussed it out. Maybe you took your mulatto half, triple half self over to the Black community because you thought you would be getting treated special in the Black community because you thought you were better than them. And then you went over there and you attracted what was on your level. And then you attracted that level of degeneracy that you brought, and then you didn't like that energy being matched. Let's just think about that. Come on, let's keep listening to this hot mess. Cigarette smoking.
My Black family members treated me the worst, not the other races. And Black people in my schools and in the community treated me the worst. And
maybe it was you. Have you thought about that? All the Black people?
I still do.
Maybe you over there trying to steal people's boyfriends and talking down to people and thinking you better than people, and they whooped up on you. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing some ideas out there. Let's keep listening.
So I'm saying all this to say,
you saying all this to say you want us to feel sorry for you because you made bad decisions. So you're going to blame the people that the rest of America likes to blame. You're going to blame Black people because that's the easiest thing. You don't have an individual Black person to blame. So you just gonna blame all Black people? Is that what we're doing here? Somebody hit the number 1.
I never wanted to be your icon.
I
hate you.
I do. You hear that? I never wanted to be your icon. I don't think we ever asked you to be our icon, ma'am. I don't think any Black person went over to your community and say, "Hey, Monica Leon, can you come over here and be our icon? We certainly do need you to come over here and be our icon." That would be outstanding and fantastic, right? I don't think we ever did that. Did y'all see a petition sign where we requested her to come over here? Was there a petition sign anywhere? Did any of us do that? Huh? I don't remember that. I think you decided to mosey on over here on your own. I believe, because I don't remember that petition ever being signed. I know I didn't sign it. So let's keep listening. But she said she hate Black people. Let's keep listening to. Did she really say that? Yes, she did. Let's.
Never wanted to be your icon. I hate you.
I hate you, Black people.
I do. I hate you.
Woo.
And why would I not? Why would I not hate you? Look what you've done to me. Look how you've ruined my fucking life. We
ruined her life, y'all. She hates us because I want you to listen to this this magnificent mulatto lady. I want you to listen to what she's saying. She hates your life. Somebody said, let's keep listening to this. All of y'all. This is everybody.
But also, I do love you. I do.
You love us. You love us and hate us. You love us and hate us. Let's keep listening.
I still love you. I still love my fans. I love the community. I love Black people. I do.
So you acknowledge that your fans Now, keep in mind, this woman has had a child by a black man. Some black man decided it was a good idea to impregnate this woman, and she has a whole child. Okay? She has a whole child. Shout out to me for being the first person to contribute to my super chat. But I know y'all will get it together. We need some more super chats coming in here. But you know, I feel my energy stirring up like a hurricane. I feel like I can't, you know, I got to get this out because there's a lot going on here and I want to talk about it. But shout out to me for being the first person to contribute to the super chat. Let's get back.
Still do, but I fucking hate you guys
You hate
too.
us.
I fucking hate you. I hate how ignorant you
You
are.
hate
I
us.
hate how you
All of us.
post my naked pictures and tell me about dangerous smash homies.
You hate how we post your naked pictures.
I fucking hate you.
But did you put the naked pictures out there, ma'am? I didn't post it. I ain't never seen you naked, ma'am. I didn't even know you had naked pictures out there. Did you take naked pictures and put them out there or something like that? Shout out to AWS 21st. I mean, how did the naked pictures get out there in the first place? Did you take naked pictures? You took naked pictures and they ended up on the internet. How is that all black people's fault? Huh?
And if you do that shit to my face, I'll probably fucking punch you in the fucking face.
You gonna punch?
So I would really suggest if you see me in public, be as respectful as possible because I do not give a fuck. I will fucking.
Okay, so you're gonna punch us in the face because the brand of black, you just gonna punch us in the face because you got naked pictures on the internet and you don't want anybody to talk about it, ma'am. Sounds like you were a Kim Kardashian wannabe that went wrong. That's what it sounds. Sounds like you went to Kim Kardashian for the same reason that went to Ray J for the same reason that Kim Kardashian went, and it didn't work out for you, ma'am. That's what it sounds like to me. And now you want to blame all black people at damn near 40 years old. We need 16 more super chats. Let's
knock you out. And then I'll do a video of you and put it on my page.
Oh.
And I have money, so I'll just fucking
you got money.
Hire a lawyer and then I'll get you locked up.
Ooh.
Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I didn't give a fuck then. But I really don't.
You clearly didn't give a F then, ma'am. You didn't give a F, and that's why you've been to jail, you've been to prison, you've been to the hospital, and according to some other websites, you've been homeless. That's why. You are the problem, ma'am. I'm just saying, it seems to me, just listening to you for the past 4 minutes, you're the problem. Shout out to Avery Carter. We need 15 more.
Now. And I have resources. You
got resources. Okay.
So yeah.
We scared. Somebody type we scared in the chat room. We scared out here. We scared? You got resources? Okay. Well, why don't you use some of those resources to help correct the trajectory of your life, ma'am? I'm just saying, let's keep listening.
Yeah, if I'm out with my son and you fucking see us, if you're not going to be respectful, you better just walk the other way. Because if I'm out with my son and you start up some shit, I'm going to take you out.
You going to take us out? Is that a threat? You threatening people? Because, well, I mean, you're dangerous. Is that what you're telling us? You're dangerous, ma'am. You're dangerous. You told us you hate black people. This is almost, I mean, you setting yourself up for a hate crime, ma'am. I'm just saying, it seems to me that you have some issues with black people. You talking about hate, taking us out. We destroyed your life. Woo-wee, where is your clan at? Where is your clan
I will
at?
just take you out. Like, I don't give a fuck at all. I'm not
clearly
playing no games with black people anymore. You guys.
Y'all hear that? She's not playing no games with black people. Somebody type no games in the chat room. She's not playing no games with black people. None. No games.
You're dumb. You're fucking ignorant. The ones that aren't dumb, who are dope, be dope. But I'm not gonna hold back with you guys. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna hold back with you guys. I could have had a much better life, but I chose to sacrifice my life for you.
Oh, hold on. Are you Harriet Tubman, baby? You said you chose to sacrifice your life for us. Are you Martin Luther King Jr.? Are you brother Malcolm X? You chose to sacrifice your life for us, lowly black people. Did y'all ask for this woman's help? How did she even get into our group? Who asked her to come help us? I didn't ask her to help me. I didn't need her. Matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, She is part of the reason that we have a degenerate culture now. You are the one that participated. You came over here like Cardi B, eavesdropping into the black community, and you brought all that degeneracy and dropped it off. Now, you don't act like that in your community, whatever community you from. Did y'all ask her for help? I want y'all to hear that. Again, this young woman said she sacrificed. Somebody, that's a strong word. Are you like Jesus or something?
Back with you guys. I could have had a much better life, but I chose to sacrifice my life for you. And look how you treat me. Still.
She chose to sacrifice her life for us. My goodness. My good. Did you hear that? She said this is straight up arrogance right here. Let's keep listening.
Still. Like, you've learned nothing. You've just backslid further into the ignorance. Backslid.
We learned
and
nothing.
it's your fault.
We backslid. This is our fault. We backslid. It's our fault. This is really on the internet. I just want y'all, this is really on YouTube right now. Like, you can, this woman's, no comments are allowed, but this is really on YouTube right now, y'all. Let's keep listening to this hot mulatto man.
It's your fault.
Woo, our fault.
You can't blame slavery. That shit was a long fucking time ago, Sweet Pea. You cannot.
Why you bringing up slavery? She just wanted to let you know she talking to y'all. You hear me? She said you can't blame slavery, Sweet Pea. Ooh, wait, man. I mean, golly, this is on the internet, man. This is on the internet.
You can't blame slavery. That shit was a long fucking time ago, Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
You cannot blame the police.
The police.
You're animals. Oh. If you weren't fucking animals, you wouldn't be getting murdered like animals.
Damn.
Grow up.
Damn.
Grow the fuck up. Raise your kids better.
Ooh.
Take care of your health better.
I'm sorry. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Your animals, you need to raise your children better. This is who y'all let in. Let's just soak all that in for a minute, man. Just soak that in. We animals. I know, right? Somebody said, damn, ain't that something? Yeah.
Take care of each other better.
As she takes a pull, a drag from her menthol 2020. Woo-wee. Mind you, this woman has a black son, or half a son that she's raising. Some brother knocked up. Chris, what's his name? Nick Cannon's brother knocked this chick up. You hear me? Look, I want y'all to screenshot this right here. Just screenshot this photo right here of this tattooed face, non-black, cigarette smoking, foul mouth, ratchet, post-wall reality TV failure. Okay, this is who has the nerve to talk bad about you, and it's our fault. I'm just saying. Woo! Let's keep listening. Fair use.
Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Oh, damn!
And that's why.
Hold on a minute, gosh. Nobody. I mean, she just got the hits keep on coming. The hits keep on coming with this, man. The hits keep coming. This is what's out there. This is what's out there, brothers. I'm just saying. This is what she looked. Golly, right?
Because you don't give a fuck about you.
Oh, we don't. All of us. I care about me.
I'm not gonna care.
We clearly know you don't
care.
We know you don't.
Why would I? Why would I care?
You clearly have no reason.
Yeah, I run a charity and I help people. I've been helping.
She run a charity. This woman is in charge of a charity. This woman is in charge of. I'm just saying.
People since 2005.
You've been helping people you helping.
That's who I am. That does not mean
I can't tell that that's who you are. You seem like an evil, mean, nasty, bitter woman to me, ma'am. In my humble opinion, I'm just saying. You don't seem like a kind person. Right. Not at all.
I am going to be your entertainment.
We didn't ask you to be our entertainment. You wanted to appear on Love of Ray J, and then you went on and you appeared with Flavor Flav, and you decided to be the entertainment. You did that to yourself, ma'am. We didn't ask you for that. You obviously auditioned, and you wanted to kiss Flavor Flav in the mouth or something like that. And most black women don't want to kiss Flavor Flav in the mouth. And then you did. And then you on Ray J's show, and they discovered, like Christopher Columbus, that you smashed the homies. Okay? You smashed the homies, and that was your reputation. Okay? That's what happened to you.
You are so far beneath me.
Damn, hold on, Jahedsky. We are so far beneath her, y'all. We're so far beneath. Damn. I feel so belittled right now. What can I do with myself? This woman is saying that all of us collectively as black people are beneath this
Fuck you.
lady.
I
Damn.
will not be here to dance for you.
Why are
I
you
am
so
not your
mean?
entertainment. I am not your sex symbol. I am not your icon.
Baby, we didn't ask you to be our sex symbol. You thought you can come over here with your long, curly mulatto hair and your fair skin and cut up and act a fool, and you wanted to be our sex symbol. You see? Because you wasn't white enough to be white. Okay, and so you thought you was gonna come over here and bedazzle us with your watered down features, and it didn't work for you. Okay, let's keep listening.
And I'm not your fucking role model.
You're not at all.
If
no.
you end up like me,
Here's the truth. She's not a role model, and if you end up like her, here's the only truth I heard.
you really made some wrong decisions.
Wrong decisions. Wrong decisions. Somebody type wrong decisions in the chat room. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord.
If you end up like me, you made some wrong decisions.
I'm glad you said
you didn't have family. You didn't have support.
You didn't have family.
You were hated on.
You
were
were
fucking fucked with.
Yeah, that's what
you had to fight.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Do not be like me. Be better than me.
Yeah, you got issues.
Be fucking better than me.
We're gonna deal with this because you thought you was smarter than us. So anyway, welcome back. Praise God. Y'all will pray for me. I'm gonna pray for me because this one got my blood boiling a little bit. Mm-hmm. But anyway, what you all saw in this 6.5 minute rant was former reality show star Monica Danger Leon, and she's bitter and she's blaming black people, and this is an old game. Okay, golly, man, didn't she say some horrible things in there? My God. Look, the thing is, fam, listen to me. I want y'all to hear me straight up. Let's just go ahead and get to this cook off. You look, golly, she appeared on Love for Ray J, and before that, she appeared on Flavor of Love with Flavor Flav. And this isn't her first attempt to try to leverage black culture for personal gain, because that's what you see happening. She tried to fit in with us. It didn't work. Now she's going the opposite. She's trying to leverage black culture for her personal gain. Now at 37, she has 2 children by 2 black men and is suddenly claiming that her life would have been better had she married a nice white boy. Somebody type Brad in the chat room. And has she stayed in the suburbs? She's blaming black people, all black people, for all the chaos and drama in her life. But let's be clear. Black people didn't ruin her life. She sabotaged her own life by choosing to surround herself with people of questionable character. To be specific, Miss Danger didn't align herself with successful, high-achieving black men and women. Instead, she chose to associate with folks who shared her own destructive tendencies. She wasn't looking to build something meaningful. She was chasing after dysfunction. and thought it would help her achieve success. This woman is not the first outsider. Somebody said it. Somebody typed outsider in the chat room, outside the culture. She's not the first outsider to try to profit from Black culture. Oh, no, she's just one of many in a long list. And unfortunately for her, she failed. Now, let's go ahead and go through the list. Let's talk about Jennifer Lopez, for example, because back in the day, she dated P. Diddy, fully immersing herself in hip hop culture, on the hip hop scene, associating her and trying to build her credibility to elevate her career. Somebody type Jenny on the block in the chat room. Damn near got shot. You remember that when she was hanging out with P. Diddy and damn near got shot? And then once she secured her fame, she moved on. J-Lo didn't stick around to build anything in the Black community. She simply used her proximity to Blackness for personal gain. And for her, it worked. But Miss Leon Danger, nope, you miscalculated, LaBoo. See, you thought you could take the same path, associating yourself with low-class Black men and low-class Black women on reality TV shows, thinking it would lead to fame and fortune, and instead, now you facing irrelevancy and regret. Rather than owning up to your mistakes, you're attempting to blame the entire Black community for your failures. Here's another one, Vanilla Ice. This white individual achieved massive success in the 1990s with a hit called Ice Ice Baby, which he stole from the Ice Cold brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. He also borrowed heavily from hip hop culture, but he was quickly discovered and criticized for his lack of authenticity and was labeled as a commercial opportunist. And now his career took a nosedive straight into the side of a mountain. And after being exposed for fabricating his whole background to align more with the hip hop culture, now he's somewhere rebuilding driveways in Florida. Here's another one for you. Miley Cyrus famously went through a phase where she was adopted as a hip hop inspired persona. You remember that? She was out there twerking, collaborating with artists like Mike Will, and she made a song with Juicy J, and she had a song, an album called Bangers, which featured a lot of heavy influence from black artists. And remember now, New Orleans be damned. Okay, Miley Cyrus invented twerking, right? Remember that? Remember that popped up back around 2013? They said she invented twerking, right? The New Orleans didn't even exist, right? They've been twerking since 1989 in New Orleans, but Miley Cyrus invented twerking. You see? And after riding this wave of hip hop influence, she distanced herself and even criticized hip hop. And of course, that led to a black backlash, or should I say blacklash, from Black culture, because it was obvious what it was in it for the personal gain that she was. You see? Now, another one, there's plenty of them out there. We're talking about a long list of folks, outsiders who've come into the Black community to try to straight up use it. I need 15 more super chats. Somebody type Post Malone in the chat room. Post Malone initially emerged in the music scene, blending hip hop and pop elements, and he gained success by associating with hip hop culture. Why do y'all keep letting these people in with these collaborations? Huh? You love white folk that much? You love these outsiders that much? You just keep on letting them in without making them pay a penalty. But now, here's the same thing. This guy, Post Malone, in interviews, he's made comments that seem to distance himself from hip hop, downplaying its importance and suggesting that people look elsewhere for, here's what he said, real music. And of course, that caused a controversy because it's a slap in the face. This man rose to fame under the genre of hip hop, but later distanced himself. So this is just another outsider using Black culture to get as a stepping stone for success, and then turning around and disrespecting the genre that gave him the platform. Here's another one for you. Big Booty Iggy Azalea. You remember her, the Australian rapper? She gained fame in the US hip hop scene by emulating the style and accent. This woman got a whole Australian accent, Mike, and she coming in rapping like she from the ghetto. On top of that, not even from the ghetto, a southern ghetto. She began to associate herself with black artists. She achieved mainstream success with songs like Fancy and her collaborations with artists like T.I. Why y'all keep letting them in? Shout out to my man, Humble Introvert. Keep the good work. I'm going to keep it going, baby. This need to be said. Because y'all keep letting them in. Look at this woman over here. All these horrible things she's saying about us. And of course, she faced criticism for cultural appropriation and her perceived lack of genuine connection to culture, and initially help her get her rise to fame. Just think about that. The nerve. Somebody type the nerve in the chat room. The nerve of these people. The nerve. Now, that said, who else we got? Katy Perry. That's another one. Don't y'all love, that's y'all girl, Katy Perry. Oh, hot girl, Katy Perry. And matter of fact, her current boyfriend did the same thing. All he need, what kind of fade is it now? Brother's been having the same fade for so long, and now here comes this white NFL player come out, and I'm just saying, let's just call a spade a spade. They come in, they use black culture, and then they talk about it. You see what I mean? Talk about it. I mean, so now you got this chick right here, Monica Danger Leon of made famous by these reality shows, has the nerve to come in and try to blame black people for choices that she made. But if you remember, even the Kardashians, the Jenner family, they particularly the Kardashian and Kelly, they frequently have been accused of appropriating black culture. I mean, hell, they clearly appropriated a lot of black penises. Look like every one of them, except that one, has got a black man or a black man's baby. And they've been able to capitalize on this vulture, this culture vulturing. Another one, Gwen Stefani. During her solo career, she embraced elements of hip hop and R&B in her music and fashion, and collaborated with artists like Eve on a hit like "Let Me Blow Your Mind." And she started off in the punk, or I guess it's called SKA, is ska punk, and then she shifted to urban music to help her reach a broader audience. And some would say she adopted black culture. I need 14 more super chats. Nevertheless, I don't think anybody can doubt that she heavily leaned on R&B and hip hop. And now she's distancing herself from it. And if I don't say anybody else, Kid Rock. Kid Rock was all in it, opening shows for Run DMC. He built his brand and his rap brand on hip hop influences. But then he eventually abandoned that image for a more country rock persona. He shifted away from the culture that helped propel him, and then he turned around and criticized it. Justin Timberlake. Him and his group, what's it called? NSYNC? Was that what it's called? NSYNC? They heavily leaned on R&B and hip hop. Working with artists like Timbaland and Pharrell to try to craft this crossover image. And he gained tremendous fame and success from these collaborations. They put him on. Shout out to GSLA, man. Shout out. We need 13 more super chats. Black people put these people on. And then when he turned around and wouldn't stand up for black issues, y'all got mad. And then after his Super Bowl performance with Janet Jackson, when the little breast popped out, he threw her under the bus. And then on top of that, there's that infamous, and that was back in 2004, and then there's that infamous video when he was out getting caught saying the N-word. And we can't forget Rachel Dolezal, can we? This white woman white woman, built a whole career playing the role of a black woman, being literally impersonating a black woman, leading the Spokane, Washington NAACP. She built a career on her fraudulent identity, and she was publicly exposed. And of course, it led to widespread condemnation. But that's just another example of black identity, using black identity for personal advancement. And of course, we got to definitely name Elvis Presley. He's one of the earliest examples of an artist who rose to fame by incorporating black music, black style, particularly rhythm and blues, into his rock and roll performance, and they call him the king. And while his success in mainstream America was definitely undeniable and unprecedented, he profited immensely from black music without giving proper credit to his origins. And this contributes to a long-standing pattern of appropriation in the entertainment industry. And these are examples that illustrate that some, these non-black folks have leveraged their association with black culture, music, or relationships with black people to further their careers. And then they turn around and distance themselves later when it no longer benefits them. Let's be honest about this woman. And just for you guys who came in late, I'm gonna give you a little snippet of what this woman was saying, just in case you didn't hear. Okay, this is what this hot
completely stayed away from all black people, my life would have been way better. Like way better. I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up, or from my church, and lived in the suburbs and finished college. Yeah, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life without any drama at all, without any abuse at all. Like, I could have just found a nice person and married them, and they wouldn't have been black, and my life would have been awesome. I wouldn't have been in the hospitals. I wouldn't have been in the jails or the prisons. I wouldn't have gotten attacked. And 100% of the people who attacked me were black. 100% of them were black. 100% of the people that I've had to fight were black. 100% of the people that watch that show that are already, with just being on social media again, are. And you know, what's interesting about this whole thing, right, is had I not been so empathetic to the black situation, and had I not really just known about the history and read so many books in college, I read Elaine Brown's book, she's a Black Panther. I read a lot of the Black Panthers books in college, and I was super upset about what was happening. And I did not have a black family. I had maybe like a handful of people who were black in my family. Everybody else was not black.
And all of them treated her bad. Bless her little heart. Now, here's the thing. Let's be honest. Okay, let's have an honest. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? We need 13 more super chats. Look, this woman, Monica Leon, also known as Danger, she was never a victim of black people. She was a victim of her own poor decisions. She intentionally surrounded herself by the lowest of the low. Somebody typed degenerate in the chat room. She intentionally surrounded herself by the lowest common denominator, hoping to climb the social ladder through exploitation. But it backfired. Somebody typed backfired in the chat room. Somebody typed backfired in the chat room. And now she's left bitter and angry. Instead of seeking out professionals, business owners, or folks who are truly contributing to society, she opted for who mirrored her own chaotic behavior. She wants to blame the entire black race for the outcomes of her poor choices. I didn't have anything to do with that. I'm part of the black race. My children didn't have anything to do with that. But when you say all black people, ma'am, you're talking about all of us who had nothing to do with it. So you are in effect throwing us up under the bus, and I'm too big to fit under the bus. See, the truth is, many black people are thriving. Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. We building businesses, we building families, we're creating generational wealth. Monica, on the other hand, You were chasing that fast life, expecting to elevate. You thought those degenerates, you were going to step on the backs of those degenerates and come out clean. That's what you thought. And now you find yourself with 2 children and a mountain of regrets. And you're still pointing fingers instead of looking inward. Ma'am, you tried to exploit Black people like so many other these culture vultures. You tried to use Black culture for personal gain, and it didn't work. And instead of taking accountability and responsibility, you continue to cast blame on the very community you sought to use. Meanwhile, successful Black folks like myself, men and women, are working hard to create something meaningful for our legacy. And you chose to align yourself with those who lack that ambition and got exactly the outcome that those behaviors warranted. And this lesson is for everyone. These people you associate with have a direct impact on your life, irrespective of the color. And if you surround yourself with individuals who lack substance, you will share in their failures. Now, Monica Leon thought she could ride that wave of degenerate Black culture, but see, now she's paying the price for her poor choices. And that, my friend, is on her. Now, what I want to do is an exercise that only I can do. And I want to break this down and go line for line and talk about what this supreme idiot is trying to say. Now, I don't know if she's multiracial, if she's Latina, if she's white, what she mixed with. All I know is she is an other. And the fact that she has and she was trying to reach personal gain or achieve personal gain by capitalizing on Black degeneracy. And now she's mad, but she also has Black children. There's a lot of psychological issues in there. Now, one of the things she says is, yeah, it's super interesting being back on social media now at 37 years old, like just seeing the question people are asking me in the comments and stuff, you know? And so my assessment is that she opens up in the casual tone, and she's reflecting on her return to social media after being gone for 9 years. And her use of super interesting suggests curiosity, but also a detachment as she struggles to reconcile her past decisions with her current reality. 37 years old. That's the 25-year-old wall. That's the 30-year-old wall. That's the 35-year-old wall. You about to hit 4 walls, baby. 1 wall, 2 walls, 3 walls, 4 walls. And see, that's what's really on your mind. You see? Now you want to try to come back in and re-engage the audience, okay, while processing the consequences of your earlier choices. I need 13 more super chats. Now, the other thing she says is, to be honest, I really like to be honest because I feel like if people are honest, it's just good for everyone. So I'm really going to be honest. She said honest 4 times. That means she about to tell us what's on the heart. Okay, understand? She about to tell us what she really thinks. Her repeated instance of honesty suggests she feels a need to justify her forthcoming statements. Okay? In other words, what we're looking at is this is like a disclaimer. I'm about to say something real effed up. And, it's a defensive tone. And it also reflects some vulnerability and some apprehension because she knows it's going to be some backlash and she anticipates it. And she's revealing her discomfort for what she knows is going to be scrutiny. Okay, so she's telling you ahead of time, I'm about to say something real effed up, and I'm hesitant about saying it because I know what's going to happen. But then I'm gonna turn around and say, well, I'm just being honest. Don't you want people to be honest? Shout out to my man Dennis Spurling. When bed winching goes wrong, I need 12 more super chats. If I had chosen, hallelujah, if I had chosen a different path in life, if I had completely stayed away from all, can I get a all in the chat room? If I completely stayed away from all Black people, my life would have been better. Like way better. Wow. Somebody type wow in the chat room. Wow. Let's digest that for a minute. In that statement, on its face, on its surface, she expresses deep regret and resentment. And she's fantasizing about an alternative life without Black people. Damn if that ain't KKK-ish. A life without Black people. And this reflects her internalized frustrations and trauma as she places blame on her association with Black folks rather than acknowledging her own choices to be with those kind of people, irrespective of color. And this statement indicates an unresolved identity conflict and bitterness about her life trajectory. See, the truth is, baby, you are too non-white to be white. So you will never be accepted by the white people, and the Black people looking at you for what you are: shady, selfish, shallow, and in addition to that, confused. Somebody type confused in the chat room. My man Torrin Jones, she's African-American and Polish. She's cultured Polish through her mom. She's bipolar. Hey, she ain't that crazy. We need 11 more super chats. Here's another thing. If I had just married, listen, I want y'all to listen to this. If I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood, growing up or from the church, and lived in the suburbs and finished college, damn, that's a lot of ifs. If I'd married a white boy from the neighborhood, right? Or the church in the suburb, if I finished college, right? I'd probably be a doctor or lawyer. I don't know, ma'am. I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life without any drama at all, without any abuse. Did you have those options, Monica? Because Monica is now imagining an idealized life, distancing herself from the racial and cultural choices that she made. You decided to go down there and kiss Flavor Flav in the mouth. You did that, ma'am. You decided to go down there and go mess with Flavor Flav and Ray J, and now they found out you've been banging the homies. See, this vision of her marrying a nice, somebody type nice in the chat room, a nice white boy and having a normal life reflects her dissatisfaction with her current reality, suggesting escapism. Now, you got these Black kids. You done had a Black penis up inside you that put his baby batter inside you, and now you got some Black kids. And now you trying to escape the reality of your decisions that you made. And it underscores a desire for her stability, safety, and success. She doesn't like the conditions of her life. And see, now she believes the life that she wanted would have been more attainable if she had a different social or racial context, a man. But you didn't have that option, baby. Your mama was white, Polish, your daddy was Black. You didn't have that option. That's the reality that you're living in. Now, what else did she say? We need 11 more super chats. I wouldn't have been in hospitals. Ooh, I wouldn't have been in jails or prisons. I wouldn't have been attacked. Ma'am, you're casting yourself as a victim of your associations. And you're implying that your negative experiences, whether health-related or legal, are a direct result of your involvement with Black people. And this reflects a sense of powerlessness and frustration that you're trying to convey. But it also demonstrates your unwillingness to accept personal responsibility for the consequences of the life that you chose. How you gonna blame all Black people because you decided that you wanted to do something that calls for you to go to the penitentiary or do some time in the big house over there at Silver Brand in Southern California? That's the women's prison in California, Silver Brand. He was over there at Silver Brand braiding hair and washing big Monique Nim's pantyhose. That's what you was doing. You got some big old broad with big shoulders between your legs and you putting French braids in. You wasn't so tough in there, huh? And now you saying, I should have just married a white boy. All right. But let's read on. And 100% of the people who attacked me were Black. 100% of them were Black. 100% of the people I had to fight with were Black. That's crazy. What kind of Black people are you around? What kind of person are you? The reputation, the repeat of saying 100% underscores her intense focus on race. She's living through all the regrets. See, it's the way she's externalizing her pain and anger. She appears to generalize her negative experiences to the entire Black community. And this indicated some deep-seated trauma, and then also it's misdirected anger, and it oversymbolized her struggle that's just stemmed from her feelings of betrayal by folks she surrounded herself with. Those were your choices. Somebody type your choices in the chat room. 100% of the people that watch her show, right? She's talking about the ghetto ratchet show that most black folk with sense don't even like, who already commenting now that I'm back on social media are saying messed up things. Yeah, they're saying messed up things because you're saying messed up things. Yeah, we get it. You're expressing frustration and betrayal by the audience. This is the audience that you sought out. You wanted to be a ratchet. You got a ratchet audience. Shout out to Just For My Sense. Hey, Dennis, her mama chose the right black man. What's her excuse? Right. You wanted to be in this public forum. And you mad because the things that they're saying are messed up and that those comments exacerbate your feelings of alienation. And you suggesting the negativity you face from black audiences. And that further fuels your recent sense of isolation. Let me explain something. Black people can be cold-blooded. But see, black people know if you know how to deal with black folks, you know how to get up off. And typically you got to be in the culture to know how to deal with black folks. I am fully inundated in the culture from Mississippi to South Central LA. And you got to have thick skin. And that's just something we do because it's hard out here on black folk. And you can't just let anything affect you. This is something we pull from the plantations. This was a mechanism of survival. This is part of our culture. And here you come trying to immerse yourself in the culture and you not ready. Somebody type not ready in the chat room. Not ready in the chat room. Somebody type not ready. She wasn't ready in the chat room. Your little white Polish mom couldn't get you ready to deal with Blackistan and you wanted to dive all in. And most black folks ain't ready for Blackistan. That's why when they get themselves together, they get the hell out of Blackistan because they don't want their kids in Blackistan. But that's part of the culture. The culture that you decide to seek out because you thought you wanted it. You got what you thought you wanted and you ain't like it. My man Hoosie said a little something for the mat feet. Thanks for the lessons, Uncle D. They're crucially needed as us, your advocate. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We can't have people like this throwing all black people under the bus. Now, here's the cold part about it. She says, if I hadn't been so empathetic to the black situation, somebody type black situation in the chat room. If I hadn't been so empathetic to the black situation, if I hadn't known about the history or read so many books in college, woo, this reflects her disillusionment, okay, with her past empathy towards the black struggle, the black situation, as she calls it. And this is a sharp contrast to her earlier intellectual engagement. She distances herself from the black situation, indicating a cognitive dissonance between her learned empathy and her lived experience. And this highlights a shift from the idealized understanding of black issues to frustration with her personal experiences. Look, your mama didn't distance herself from the black situation. She apparently had a whole black penis inside of her long enough that and often enough that it got her pregnant. And then you popped out. Apparently that's what happened. And you blaming reading some books. You blaming the books you read on your ratchet behavior. Have you read those books and understood what you meant, you would understand the whole system of white supremacy racism and understand the attack that black folks have been under. And instead of coming in trying to enhance the degeneracy, you'd have carried yourself with dignity and grace. That's what you'd have done. But no, you wanted to capitalize on it, which is sad, sorry self. My black family members treated me worse, not the other races. So this woman is multiracial. So apparently it's some black and some white in here. I think her mom is white. She says she feels betrayed by her black family. Why don't you put that pressure on them white folks? Clearly, you have some unresolved familial conflict going on, and there's some deeper identity struggles. And you want to try to contrast the treatment that you receive between the few black relatives with the other racial groups. That's internal conflict right there. You're a multiracial person navigating multiple identities. You ain't even know who you are. Somebody typed confused in the chat room. You don't know who you are, and you're not brave enough to claim an identity. You can't be white and black. You're going to have to claim one and pick a side. Just like you can't be both Latina and white. You're going to have to claim one and pick a side. You can't be Asian and white. You're going to have to claim one and pick a side. That's the way the world is. Put your big girl drawers on and be what you're going to be. Now, the other thing she said is, or otherwise you're going to be confused. She said, I'm saying all this to say I never wanted to be your role model. We never wanted you to be our role model. She said, I never wanted to be your icon. We never wanted you to be our icon, ma'am. You are a hood rat, a degenerate, a lowlife, cigarette smoking weirdo, ma'am. But what does that statement signal? It signals and then hold on. And then she says, I hate you. I hate you. Wow. Now, this statement signals, if nothing else, an intense anger and a rejection of public expectations of her. She resents being held up as a role model or icon, but you put yourself up as a role model of degeneracy. You act like you being misunderstood. You act like you were forced into these roles that you never intended to fill. No. That's a conflict between your persona that you're projecting and the reality of your life. In other words, some people see themselves in a certain way. And then when they face, when a mirror is actually held up to them as the reality of their life, they can't deal with it. Y'all see women, you'll see women like that all the time. They see themselves as this angel, this perfect angel, but in reality, they're a straight up low-life scoundrel. And that conflict messes with their head. Constantly blaming other people. Now, here's another thing. Look at what you've done to me. Look at how you ruined my life. She's blaming all black people for this. And the cold part is somebody will take this and believe what she's saying to be true. This is why this is dangerous. This is what this goofball said. She has a fan base. This woman she externalizes her sense of failure, placing blame on black folks for the negative outcomes of her life based on decisions she's made. And this reflects a difficulty in accepting responsibility for her own choices. And she projecting her pain onto the black community. The same community, let's not forget this, the same community she tried to engage with for personal gain. She was on the come up. She was looking for black dollars and black DIC, you know what. And she got one and didn't get the other. Now she's a sad mother. Anyway, the other thing is, she says, but I also do love you. I still love you. Think about that. A few lines ago, you said, I hate you. You blaming us for everything. And now you saying, I love you. And this contradictory statement reflects the complexity of her emotions towards black folks in general. Despite her anger and resentment, she still feels some connection to black culture and those who supported her, likely because of her kids. The love-hate relationship it stems from unresolved trauma and the desire for reconciliation, but she's struggling. She's struggling to fully embrace either side of this emotional spectrum. This woman has issues, but she also has a platform. Now this is when it gets nasty. I need 9 more super chats. I hate how ignorant you are. I hate how you post my naked pictures and tell me about dangerous zombies. Now, I understand why her private image is being shared online. She feels that she's being exploited and violated, and that's not right. That's not right. And the referral to her as being a dangerous zombie, she recognized that as that's like dehumanizing her nature, the perception of the absurdity and the dehumanizing nature of these sort of types of harassment she faces. It's just contributing to her bitterness. Somebody type bitter in the chat room. Bitter baby mama. And here's the threat. Shout out to my man TIQS. Great talk last night, Uncle D. It was an honor to meet you and shake your hand. Hey, man, I had a good time. Had a good time with you brothers, man. Good looking out. Do your little rock and roll. Yep. That good looking out, fam. But let's get back to this. If you do that stuff in my face, I'll probably punch you in the face if I see you. And look, her aggression is a defensive reaction to the disrespect she feels both online and public. But ma'am, you brought that to yourself. You put yourself out there. You could have went and lived a nice, soft life somewhere and had your white boy somewhere nice, as you said, little white boy, but you chose otherwise. You decided to choose otherwise, ma'am. This was your decision. This is what you did. You have unresolved anger issues, and that's why you have that heightened defensiveness. That's what's going on. And now you're saying I didn't give a damn then and I don't really give a damn now. That's why they called you danger. You basically saying your indifference reflects emotional detachment. That's a coping mechanism. You're trying to shield yourself from further pain. Your apathy is just there to mask your deeper emotional exhaustion, stemming from these years of public and personal turmoil that you put yourself in. You didn't get that payout. You didn't get that Kim Kardashian money. That's what happened. And now you're dealing with the consequence. You mad. Talk about I'm not playing games with black people anymore. We never were playing with you. We don't even know you. You telegraphing to the world you trying to distance yourself, or you giving us you're signaling that your decision to distance yourself from the black community. You were never invited in the first place. You said you lived in the suburbs, you went to a white church, you lived in or you could have married, you went to church with white folks, you live in a white suburb. You could have stayed out there. You didn't have to come to the black community. You made this decision. A lot of these biracial kids, you want to go and venture into the hood and explore your blackness, but the blackness you want to explore is the most degenerate, low-level form. And then you get your feelings hurt. You end up stained and roughed up, and then you want to blame all black folks. We didn't ask you to come to our community. Most black folks with sense are trying to distance ourselves from that degeneracy. That's what your daddy did by marrying that white woman. And now you talking about how you're emotionally exhausted. You have a sense of hopelessness, and there's no repairing those relations. That's not our fault. Yeah, we get it. You reached the breaking point. And your frustration has turned to complete detachment. But you jumped in this, ma'am. And here's it. You guys are dumb. You guys are ignorant. We're not dumb or ignorant. We see you all the time, from Elvis to all these other ones, J-Lo, all these other folks. We've seen this before. We've seen this play. We know what you do. You jumped in here. You got your feelings hurt. And now you big mad. Somebody type big mad in the chat room. Somebody type big mad in the chat room. You're expressing disdain for what you perceive as ignorance in the black community, but you sought out that ignorance. You didn't go find black lawyers and black doctors to associate with. You didn't find black engineers. You didn't find hardworking black people that we have in DC, that we have in Atlanta. No, you went for the degenerates. And so now you want to dehumanize us. The same people you sought to connect with. I could have had a much better life, but I chose to sacrifice my life for you. Ma'am, now you trying to cast yourself as a martyr. You believe that you a whole Harriet Tubman out here. You think you a whole soldier in the truth. You've sacrificed your life. You're basically saying I sacrificed all my potential success by associating with black people. So now you're bitter. You feel that your efforts at being the queen of degeneracy on one of these reality shows back in the day, that somehow was supposed to benefit us in our community, and it's gone unappreciated, it backfired. Now you feel unfulfilled and betrayed. That's not on us. That's on you. That was your dumb decision, ma'am. And then you got the nerve to bring up slavery. You can't blame slavery. That was a long time ago. Look, your dismissal of systematic racial issues, it reflects a growing disillusionment with your collective explanations for racial struggles. You shifted towards a perspective that prioritizes individual responsibility over historical context, possibly as a way to distance yourself from the community you once tried to profit from. Who do you think you are? I'm not going to care. I don't care. Why would I? This is another repeated declaration of independence, and it suggests an emotional exhaustion and detachment. And again, she's adopting a defensive posture to cope with her ongoing emotional pain. And of course, that results from the public scrutiny and the failure of her past choices. But again, you put yourself in that, ma'am. And your last line, I'm not here, I'm not for your entertainment. You put yourself on those two TV shows with Flavor Flav and Ray J for our entertainment. I'm not your sex symbol. You put yourself out there to be a sex symbol. You thought you were cute. I'm not your icon, but you wanted to be. I'm not your role model, but you wanted to be. You trying to reject these roles that the public has placed on you because you're frustrated with being objectified and pigeonholed. And now you're trying to reclaim control over your identity and reject those societal expectations. Look, fam, let me tell you something. You pay for the things you do as a young person. Shout out to my man, Cody Marshall. Girl did this at 22. She's 37. The internet is forever. The internet is forever. When she's 47, she's still going to be danger, that girl from the internet with the tattoos on her face. You pay for what you do, but don't go blaming black folks for your dumb decisions. Now, the only truth she spoke was when she said, if you end up like me, you really made wrong decision. That final statement reflects the deep regret and self-criticism that she's afraid to face. She sees her own life as a cautionary tale, warning others against making the same mistake. And it reveals unresolved feelings of failure and sadness over where her choices have led her. She wanted those results, and she got those results. I need 7 more super chats. Now let's look at this again so we can be inflamed, so we'll know what the let's keep looking.
Like way better. Black.
Let's listen. Hold on, we'll try to get it back in. Y'all with me? Hit the number 1 button if you're with me. I need 7 more super chats. Let's see if we can get it popping. Y'all with me? Let me know. Let me know now. Let me know if you can hear it. Might have to bring it out and bring it back in. You know what? I done heard that enough. Anyway, so look. Let's go ahead and ice this on out, baby. I don't want to do it. I did not even plan on dealing with this. But the problem is, and the big problem is as follows. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's hit the number one button, and I'm gonna take a quick break. Give me a little sip of water, read some of these super chats, and come back. Y'all hit the number one button, man. We'll be right back.
Podcast, click your mouse pad. Yeah, we out back. Hit the like, hit subscribe. Don't just hate watch, cause we outside. Let them hate watch. Go and play pop. We just lay back. He don't play that. We on playback. We on playback. We go way back. Black men, yeah, we earn something. Tune in, gotta learn something. Uncle D podcast bump it. Likes up, hit the sub button. Black men, yeah, we earn something. Tune in, gotta learn something. Uncle D podcast bump it. Likes up, hit the sub button. This is Dennis Spurling podcast. Don't just hate watch, hit subscribe and let them know we outside. Don't hold hate, donate. Super chat, cash app. Put something in the collection plate. Church.
I want y'all to make sure y'all hit the number one button. And we're going to kind of get back to what we like to do over here, man. I need y'all to check in at a certain point when it's time to check in. I need to checking in to start happening again. We got to go ahead and get this algorithm pumping. Yeah. Welcome back, man. Shout out to Sheriff Lucius D. Emerson Memorial. Thank you so much for the $100, brother. I appreciate you for that, man. He says, personalized note from you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that cash app. Shout out to my man Black Samurai. Thank you so much for your cash app. And shout out to all the guys who bought my books yesterday, man. My book sold out. Like, it took 15 minutes, and I had 30 books. There was 3 times 20. I had 60 books, and they sold out in 15 minutes. I sell them by the bundle, three at a time, man. But big shout out to everybody who was at the Black Manosphere 4.0 expose, man. I met Obsidian up there with so many other great guys in there. So shout out to all you guys. I appreciate y'all. I was a keynote speaker, man. It was pretty good. I gave an assessment for the history of the manosphere, Black Manosphere, why the Black Manosphere separated, and some predictions, man. And it was pretty cool. I think the video is going to come out soon. And so, man, I had a great time. Really shout out the great camaraderie. I brought my young son. The Crimson Sun came through with me and manned the book station. So shout out to him. He got his money too. I just want y'all to know he got paid for his job. But I want to take the time to give a big shout out to everybody who came through here. We're looking for 7 more super chats. Shout out to Ray Shard Smith as a new member. Welcome, brother. Thank you so much. Big shout out to me for being the first one to come through and tell y'all to hit the like button. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Welcome. We got like 35 new subscribers. So shout out to all you guys if you haven't subscribed already. My man Mark the Freelancer is good looking out, bro. Thank you so much. AWS 21st. Gifted won the Blizzard King membership. Yeah, shout out to everybody on the Blizzard King channel too, man. That's the safety net in case his main channel goes in. Avery Carter, big shout out to you, good brother. Humble Introvert, thank you so much. Keep up the good work. I shall. GCLA, thank you for the $20 super chat. Dennis Spruill, when bed wenching goes wrong, that's exactly what happened. Well, she wasn't even a bed wench. This chick was trying to use black people like so many of these entertainers and artists do, and then she got played. And now she's mad. And now she's saying, I should have went the bed wench route. That's basically what this woman is saying. Golly. You know what I mean? That's just wow. She's African-American and Polish. She's cultured Polish through her mom. She's also bipolar. Yeah, man, look, bipolar, all of that. Racism is still racism. I don't care if you're bipolar or not. You know what the hell you're saying. That's a lot of hate up in there. Hey, Dennis, her mama chose the right black man. Was her excuse right? You chose to be with degenerates and you got degenerate results and you mad. That's not our fault. A little something for the mat feet. Thanks for the lessons, Uncle D. They crucially needed as far as we can't let stuff like this slide. This is a big deal. People will use these talking points against us, and oftentimes the mulatto class of the black community has often been used as a buffer class, and the information and the things they throw out are oftentimes used as statements to attack the greater mass population of people. Trust me, it happens. Read history. It shows you each and every time. And they need to be checked when they're out of pocket like that, because as far as white people are concerned, they're black. And when they say spew dangerous rhetoric like that, it needs to be conceptualized, it needs to be put in context, and it needs to be rebuffed. We cannot allow this to continue to happen. If we expect to have money, power, and success, brothers, we got to deal with it, man. You can't let this slide. Nothing slides. You got to get a little meaner, a little tougher. And I don't care how sorry you feel for, oh, she's got mental issues. I don't give a damn. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Shout out to my man TIQS. Great talk last night, Uncle D. It was an honor to meet you and to shake your hand. I made it a point to shake everybody's hands. I probably took about 35, 40 pictures, man. And it was just, that's the way I am. When you meet Uncle D in person, man, I'm cool as a fan. I'm the Blizzard King, So shout out to you, my man TIQS. Good looking out. Uncle D love the people. You know what I mean? I mean what I say. I love the people. I'm a man of the people, baby. Ha ha. Yeah. So I had a good time, man. But anyway, shout out to my man Cody Marshall. She's 100% responsible for her. She sure is. Now look at here. Somebody type look at here in the chat room. Somebody, let's talk to this biracial Harriet Tubman for a minute. Ma'am. Let's just go ahead and give you what you need. Okay? Ma'am, Monica Leon. Your statement reveals that you are a woman grappling with anger, regret, and complex relationships with the Black culture. And you have mixed feelings, Miss Danger. You went from being the most memorable train wreck for the love of Ray J to a bitter, washed up caricature of yourself at 37 years old. You were once pretty. You were a pretty, chaotic figure who thrived on drama and controversy, and she now spends her days steeped in resentment, regret, and disillusion. The woman who once grabbed attention with wild claims like being pregnant by Ray J now shifts the blame for her failures onto Black people, all Black people. And if you read between the lines, she really means Black men in particular, insisting that we're responsible for her downfall. But here's the truth. Monica Leon didn't fall victim to Black men or Black culture. She destroyed her own life. She willingly chose chaos, chasing fame, and a fast life, thinking proximity to Black culture could get her a ticket to success. Like many opportunistic people before her, she believed that using Black people and Black men in particular and the Black influence that we garner would elevate her status. Instead, it only exposed her for who she really was, and that is an opportunistic person with no real substance, no talent, a degenerate lowlife who was more than happy to try to exploit Black people until the well ran dry. Now that her looks have faded, somebody hit the wall in the chat room. Now that her looks have faded and her attempt at leveraging Black men for personal gain has failed, she's left with nothing but regret and bitterness. Instead of taking responsibility for her bad choices, she has taken the coward's way out, blaming everybody else but herself. Monica didn't end up in a bad spot because of Black people or Black men or Black women. She's where she is because of her own greed and selfishness and poor decision making. Monica Leon is not a victim of Black culture. She's a victim of her own delusions. She thought she could manipulate the system for her own benefit, but the game turned on her. And now she's left clinging to bitterness, trying to rewrite her failures by blaming the very community she tried to exploit. As Black people, we must, and I want you to hear every bit of this must, we must be fiercely protective of our reputation, because time and time again, outsiders like Monica Leon attempt to exploit our culture, our creativity, and our influence for their own personal gain. Our cultural contributions, whether in music, fashion, sports, or entertainment, have shaped global trends and carried immense value. Yet when opportunists like this woman, Miss Monica Leon Danger, fail in their attempts to benefit from their proximity to Blackness, they often scapegoat the very community that gave them the platform in the first place. Rather than owning up to her mistakes, they want to place blame squarely on us, tarnishing our image in the process. Why is this dangerous? Somebody asked the question, why is this dangerous in the chat room? Somebody type in the chat room, why is this dangerous? Because our reputation as a people directly influences how others perceive us in the areas of money, power, wealth, but not just that, our very humanity is at stake. See, in a world where perception shapes reality, how we're viewed as a community determines whether or not doors and opportunities open or close for us. If we're painted as problematic or chaotic or untrustworthy, those with power, economic power, political influence, they will hesitate to engage with us and let us in the door. If we're talking about finance, and investors might think twice before for supporting Black-owned businesses, Black politicians who are real. They may feel inclined to fight for their own interests. And mainstream media will continue to exploit these negative stereotypes. Here's the thing. The way we're perceived impacts everything from economic opportunities to social mobility. For instance, when outsiders like Monica smear the Black community after failing to exploit it, they perpetuate harmful stereotypes that Black people are violent, unstable, or somehow responsible for their personal downfall. And this narrative not only tarnishes our image, but it also has long-term consequences. It allows others to justify their reluctance to work with, invest in, or support Black people on economic, political, and social levels. We cannot, brothers, we cannot afford to allow our reputation to be defined by opportunists who refuse to take responsibility for their own actions. Our reputation is tied to our collective ability to build generational wealth. Somebody type generational wealth in the chat room. Our reputation is tied to our collective ability to influence policy and shape our future and that of our children. If outsiders continuously tarnish our image after failing to exploit us, it erodes the progress we've made and hinders our ability to secure a seat at the table of power. And this is why it's critical to defend our image and remain vigilant about who we allow in our spaces. Somebody type close the door in the chat room. See, Monica Danger Leon's failure is a testament to the consequences of allowing the wrong people to infiltrate our community. Somebody type close the door in the chat room. She not only smashed the homies, but more importantly, she smashed any chance of building a meaningful legacy by refusing to take accountability for her own damn decisions. And when people like her fail, they try to save face by dragging our beloved community down with them, reinforcing the need for us to protect our collective image at all costs. Somebody type close the door in the chat room. See, at the end of the day, our reputation dictates how the world deals with us in terms of money, power, influence, success, social status, etc., etc. And these things are essential for our long-term success and survival. I love you all. This is Uncle D, and I'm out.
Dennis Spurling Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe.